Hello, another instalment on thinking. This week it's what are you thinking? When other people sort of look at you as if you've gone mad when you say something or do something, they disapprove, they lower your self-esteem, can diminish it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should ignore everyone's comments. Sometimes they're very valid. Yeah, you should take them on board and listen to what they have to say. But if somebody tells you often enough that you're wrong, you'll take it on board and you will think it and you will believe it. And you won't do anything exciting. You won't step outside your comfort zone. You won't fulfill your dreams, get your goals. You'll just live your life through other people's condemnations, really. So if you are suffering from self-esteem, I've got a few things that you can do to raise it. We're not going to turn you into really flamboyant extrovert people, but to improve and raise your self-esteem. I mean, sometimes we dip. Sometimes we're really confident and sometimes we're really lacking in self-confidence. A continued lack of self-confidence will lead to self-esteem, low self-esteem. So, like I said, if someone that you respect, someone that's important in your life, tells you often enough that you are no good at something, you will take it on, you will believe it, and you will act it. I was going through some famous people that have had their teachers say that they won't amount to anything. That's one of my Facebook posts earlier this week. And Ginny Cooper, she's a best-selling novelist, and her teacher said that she's, what was it, the quote, that she set herself a low standard and she hasn't even maintained that. So they were really putting her down, saying, she's got low standards and she'll never make it. But she did. She's a best-selling author. So you can raise your self-esteem. It can be improved. And it's jolly hard work. So here's a few tips. Not by changing perhaps what you say, because if you've got low self-esteem, you don't really want to stick your head above the parapet, but just by using your body to improve your self-esteem really works. But just by lifting your head 27 millimeters, just raising it slightly. Where they got that figure from, I don't know, but research says it's 27 millimeters. Just by raising it a little, you're lifting your head, you're giving yourself a different aspect. I mean, I'm over-exaggerating it here. But you do, instead of looking at the pavement or looking down on your desk on the computer, you're actually looking up and seeing what's around you. You're seeing the world from a different view. So try doing that. That's my tip on Facebook for the week, something for the weekend. Just raise your chin, raise your head by a couple of centimetres. It will make all the difference. And then following it down, put your shoulders back. And you can't really see it here, but if I sit all scrunched up like this, I'm putting myself into a tiny little ball and saying to people, indicating, I don't want to know, I just want to stay inside myself. That's fine if you do, but if you want to raise your self-esteem, put your shoulders back, lower them, stick your chest out. Yeah, may not be such a good idea with some of us, but yeah, put your shoulders back and down, and that again alters the way you look and the way you stand. It raises your rib cage up, you're able to breathe more easily. Getting more oxygen into your body, into your brain, just makes you feel good. Slight, tiny little gains all make up to improving your self-esteem. Now, somebody close to me, without landing a minute, I know, always, when they go for a walk, always looks down on the pavement, never looks up to see what's around them, because they're worried about falling. There's lots of potholes in the roads, on the pavements, always looking down on the pavement. But if you use your peripheral vision, which is when you look up, you focus at a spot in the distance, and you focus on where you're going, and driving is a good one with this as well as just walking. But if you're focusing on a point in the distance, but you're still all aware of what's around you, so you can still see the pavement in front of you. You can still see if there's any dump hill on the side that you've got to avoid, or a bit of litter that you don't want to step in, you can still see what's about you, and it really makes you more aware. You can see other things and enjoy the trip, the walk, the drive much better if you're using your peripheral vision. And people, you'll feel better about it, and people will look at you and think, there's confidence. I mean, they always say for women, if they're, and men it applies to, if you're walking down a dark street at night, walk with a purpose so that you don't look vulnerable. You don't look a target for any Tom, Dick or Harry that wants to rob you of your money. If you look confident, if you've got raised self-esteem, people will think twice about trying to attack you, which is what they do when they try and lower your self-esteem. They think twice about it because you're giving off that aura, that the physiological signals to say, actually, you know, I'm okay, I've got a bit of confidence here. And if you convince yourself of that, you will be more confident, your self-esteem will rise, and you will behave with more confidence. So there's some few tips for you just by using your own body language. Oh, and another one as well, your arms. I know you can't see mine here. If you've always got them folded, again your shoulders tend to hunch up, and again you're saying, I don't want anybody to contact me, I don't want to speak to everybody, I'm feeling delicate. Just don't stand there with your arms folded. Yeah, it is a comfortable position, and I've heard people say this, well, I fold my arms because it's comfortable. I do it myself, it is comfortable. But if you stand with your hands on your hips, in your back pockets, in the right situation, obviously if you're in a business meeting and you're standing there with your hands in your pockets, it's not so good. But anything that will broaden the front and open your shoulders up to help with that breathing again, to give you more confidence and to raise your self-esteem. Try these little tips, they work. And if you'd like to get back to me and let me know how you got on with some of them, what the improvements were, as I say, the small gains will have a big effect. Try them. See you next week. Bye.